as you can see here, further proof that you should not, never trust some assholes, some obvious plant-hating, non-vegan motherfuckers to take care of a little innocent bamboo plant, which you took care of, me in this case, nurtured it back to health because another co-worker of mine at work had neglected it for so long. So I brought it back to life full and lush, and I trusted with someone else for the time being, mistakenly. I come back and I see this shit wiltering, practically dying. I gotta give this thing a TED talk every so often just so it doesn't drop dead and just lose some more, I don't know, petals or whatever you want to call it, in the case of a bamboo plant.
Oh, fuck! Dang. I told you.
It's like, ow!
¿Qué le pasa a este hombre ahora, viejo? What's wrong?
But oddly enough, this throws me back, speaking of nature and Mother Nature taking its course and taking charge. I never thought, of all things, I'd have the dilemma, internally, literally, and everything too, encompassing, thanks to a snail. It was kind of moist and still wet outside, like Mother Nature got, because she got too excited apparently because of the sun and the warmth coming with spring and summer approaching at a steady enough pace here, global warming considering. Fucking snails are out there. They're out there doing the thing. I don't know what else really snails do besides get along or go along their day slowly, annoyingly slowly. I've stepped on one or two by mistake. I'm not there intentionally trying to fucking stomp them out or just hear the crunch and crackle of their shells underneath my sneakers or whatever. But I just so happened to stumble upon one. Well, not literally stumble. I just came across one that I saw before I could have potentially stepped on. And I was in a giving mood, giving back to the universe and trying to get back to whatever else may be going on to mankind, humanity and shit. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give back to this snail and give this snail a home. And thank God we got technology as we do right here. As you see me right here, I can record and throw it your way as soon as possible. As far as cloud storage and such too, I looked up immediately because I was curious. First time snail owner. I'm curious as to the proper maintenance, the care, everything required to make sure the snail lives to its fullest potential. You know, obviously besides plants, I'm not really too fond of, period, but bamboo plants are remind me of panda bears. Panda bears are big and silly and dumb, just like me, so, you know, they're, I don't know, terms of endearment, so you kind of warm up to them, potentially. So then the snail, I Google it. Basic snail maintenance. If you don't believe me, just watch, in the words of Bruno Mars, or preferably just Google it and see for yourself. There's so much minute detail for all things a fucking snail. A thing that's barely as big as this thumbnail is. My literal, not the thumbnail picture you'll see when this episode goes up. There's so much minute detail and so much bullshit involved of all things for a fucking snail. You gotta keep the soil moist. You gotta provide fresh, wet leaves or blades of grass so they can mosey on over and you know, snail all over it. Whatever they do, you gotta fucking have it in a certain kind of container, preferably because they're taking the emotional torment of the snail being put inside captivity as a factor. So of course, you know, whatever fucking link or article I stumbled upon and I Googled by mistake and opened up, that shit was fucking written in a, you know, hemp friendly or, you know, vegan, you know, cafe in Williamsburg of all things, because they're taking too much to account of all fucking things a snail. I would think just fucking get some dirt, wet it up a little bit, spit on it real quick, some grass, not 420 related, we're past that already, so grow up. You know, grass as in from outside the lawn, or a plant or two, a flower, throw a flower petal its way, do your fucking thing, snail all about the fucking tank or little, I was gonna put it in a class, like a Dixie cup or something, but apparently that's all wrong. And the snails can live for a while. I don't know if they grow, because it was a little tiny thing, again, like the size of my thumbnail here, is a tiny thing. I don't know if it was gonna grow into a big fucking Escargot like they would in France, and the next thing I know I'm tempted, like dire times fall upon me, times get rougher with the pandemic still happening, and I'm tempted to eat the fucking snail I've been raising from like a little itty bitty piece of shit, no bigger than like my pubic hairs or whatever too. There's too much involved. So as soon as I read that, within the 1-2 minutes of seeing what the fuck the list was, as far as a recommended course of treatment, as far as keeping the snails a pet, I grabbed them. I held them delicately by the shell. I placed them back down where I found them. Well, not where I found them on the sidewalk, on the nearest patch of grass that I could find. And I wished them well. I said, Mother Nature's out here getting wet, with some WAP, nature style. You do your thing out here on this little patch of grass, slowly but surely. Go about your ways. This is where we part. Go fuck yourself otherwise, because you're too much of a headache to even fucking care about. The last thing I'm going to care about if we start going back to work in the workplace or living lives like we should, or God forbid I go on a vacation. Oh shit, I'm in the middle of Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, posing like IG models out there for some sultan prince who finds me cute enough to fucking drag out there and fly out there, all expenses paid, hopefully. The last thing I need on the fucking flight halfway there is like, oh shit, my snail. I forgot all about him or her or it. Because you can't even assume the gender of that thing no more. Because, low key, everybody's worried about this thing getting offended too. A snail, of all things. That's that and that's this. And then that's the end of that too. And obviously, hopefully, it ain't the end of fucking Tito right here. Because, again, like, I just like finding humor in life with the basic things. So I named him Plantito. Because, plant and Tito because Tito Jackson, and Plantito because a small plant in Spanish otherwise. So let's pray for him. Hopefully it won't be a vigil needed soon for said Plantito, my little bamboo plant here. I'm going to bring him back to life. Prosperity and joy. Maybe he'll outlive me if anything too. Oh, fuck it. Spurts. I'm whodissis. Thanks for watching the short, tiny capsulized version of Oh, Fuck It. The broader, more scarier, the fucking intake version of the podcast, hosted by me, whodissis, at whodissis1, already on IG. Every episode will be available on here as well as YouTube, youtube.com/whodissis1, as well as twitch.tv/whodissis1, Saturdays 2 p.m. streaming, bad gaming, shit talking, plant maintenance, obviously that's on the fucking agenda as well, and everywhere else possible. Don't forget Fridays too, live 10 p.m. new time. Fridays 10 p.m. on at whodissis1 IG live edition, uncut, uncensored, and uncircumcised edition of Who This Been Watching, the movie recap review podcast I do, hosted by yours truly. And maybe I'll make the plan a co-host just to like encourage you to come back to life, slowly but surely. It's like I'm gonna make this thing like the unofficial undertaker of the plants in the household here. I'm gonna try to take as best care of it as possible. And unfortunately, I wasted enough time with a new episode, of course. Never a waste of time like that, but to bring it back to this point right now, this new single out by Brenden with 2 E's, friend, family, brother, practically to the show right here, always showing much love and appreciation to him. That brand new single, WTWY, up on the YouTube. You can see right there, hopefully, Brenden official with 2 E's. You gotta emphasize the excellence of this boy right here. And I don't mean to diminish him or put him down. When I say boy, I mean boy as in I trust this boy to entertain my ass, to entertain your ass with the brand new sounds we be putting out on a consistent basis for our pleasure. Listen, Brenden, I'm putting this out here because I apologize to you. I try not to miss the opportunity to just, show love or appreciation, or like at least a hello every so often, just because you're the man. You got all this talent flowing out of your ass, pause. I wish I could play an instrument, know how to put a song together as great and as excellently as you do. The most I ever got was like scratching my ass to the beat of something, in my head at least, because let alone my head now. I lost all my hair. I misplaced it in the windstorm we had like these last couple of days here in New York. So to be determined as far as the location of this shit, but I've also lost a lot of it knowing that I missed out on saluting you on your birthday. So a very late but still happy birthday to you, Brenden, to the whole band, Franny, fucking The Pain, motherfucking Dr. Mike on the drums, MD, PhD, all that. But yeah, salutes to you, more importantly, Brenden. Again, the brand new single there, WTWY. at REALEST Brenden on Instagram, of course on YouTube as well, as I'm looking at right now, and as you can see still too, which is probably, you better look at that more than my fucking face. Brenden Official there as well. Stream that shit, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you gotta get it from. God damn it, next time, Chris, you can remind me that this man, this legend, this fucking incredible persona had a birthday coming up. You could have told me. Or you know, you too, CJ, you could have done me that solid, per se. But either way, happy birthday, Brenden. Make sure to check out his shit, stream his shit, watch his shit. Whodissis, right here telling you, AhhFuGGiT, for everything else it's concerning the world right now, but not AhhFuGGiT. Don't you dare say that to Brenden or whatever he's got going on with his sounds and his music and his videos and all that shit. Peace and love. Appreciate you, bro. And next time, next year, I'll try to remember on the day of to salute you on your born day.
Yo, it's over. Alright, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
Alright.
You done proved that my wins is a game for you. Yeah, they want the party when it's good, but they ain't there when they should. I can waste time with you. You done proved that my wins is a game for you. Yeah, they want the party when it's good, but they ain't there when they should. They ain't there, they ain't there. They ain't there, they ain't there, they ain't there. Yeah, they ain't there, they ain't there. They ain't there, they ain't there when they should.
I told you.
It's like, ow!
¿Qué le pasa a este hombre ahora, viejo? What's wrong?